Hello, friends. So, I should have done this when the event was clear and fresh in my mind, but I also needed some time to come down from Dallas, so I am just now coming to y'all with my Girl Have You Met recap. In 2017, I attended the event, but I was just there as support, friend, door checker, just, fangirl, all of that good stuff. But this year, Christina and Alex extended the invitation to me to be a featured author, and of course I said hell yes. One, because Christina and Alexandra can ask me to do anything and I would be like hell yes. And secondly, and most importantly, I witnessed how amazing all of the featured authors felt after the last Girl You Met, so saying yes was a no-brainer. So I don't even know like where to begin, honestly, because the whole day was just dope. So my time in Dallas was much shorter than I anticipated. Much to my chagrin, I was very unhappy about the fact that I had booked such an early Sunday flight home because I didn't really get to hang out with my friends and see everybody. So one of my homegirls from home actually surprised me. She lives in Houston. And she surprised me and came up for the weekend. And so my plans for really being able to hang out with everybody post event did not work out. But nevertheless, a good time was had by all. So Saturday we got there. My best friend came with me, and we got to the event space pretty early. And the ladies were getting set up, and so of course we fell in line and got in formation and okay, what do you need us to do? Let's do it. But the energy in the room, like as soon as we walked in, was already just like kind of kinetic, right? So the volunteers were trickling in as time marched on, and I remember, I think the first volunteers rather, that I ran into were Carolyn and Brandy, and Carolyn, the book bench lady. Y'all know her. She had me cracking up. Sorry, I got distracted. I should have wrote notes. I should have been better prepared, but I was not. So I am just actually going to run through what it was like, seeing everybody and being able to fangirl out. Some of my favorite parts of the day, if I can remember them all. So I guess I'm going to start with the group of volunteers. There was an amazing group of ladies that came out to assist Christina and Alexandra with everything going smoothly, and I actually just want to give them like a smooth shout out, like individually, because they were all super amazing. So there was Carolyn, as I mentioned earlier. There was Brandy, both of them super dope. Brandy is my sis. What up? Love their energy, just love their spirits. There was Deidre, there was Tanisha. Both of them hop right in, got into it. They were very instrumental in getting those beautiful photo valances. I don't want to call them valances, but like the photo, like the book cover photo, darn, what are those things called? Whatever. They were draped like around the room or whatever, and they were very instrumental in getting those together. Joss, of course, Annie Love Joss is always a treat to see her and talk a little mess with her. It's always a good time. There was who else? My brain is terrible. Teresa, oh my gosh, Teresa is effortlessly fly. Like I feel like every time I see her, she's just like so fly. Like I was really confident in her cute ass outfit. And she was snapping all the pictures all day. Marshall, who is the sweetest ever. Marshall actually is, she will forever hold a special place in my heart because she is the first person to ever buy a physical Nicole Falls book at an event ever. So Marshall is forever the MVP for that. Terry and Simona and Jilly. I can't forget my Jill. Simona and them had me cracking up. It was so funny because I didn't anticipate there being a large demand for my books. Not to say that I didn't think people were going to buy them, but I didn't anticipate there being like lines or anything like that. And so like when they were coming up to buy books or whatever, some of the volunteers, they'd be like, okay, put my stuff to the side, I'll be back, but just know that I need my things, basically. And so I was loving it. And of course I can't forget my girl, Cameo. Y'all, when I tell you that Cameo's ass had me cracking up the entirety of the day, like, that girl's energy is just insane, in the best of ways. She is just a bubbling cauldron of just everything, like, just her positive energy, her aura, she's a shit talker like me, so I love that. So yeah, all of the volunteers were amazing women. They came in there, they got that space together. They didn't need any direction. They came in like, okay, girl, so these are our things. Okay, cool, we got this. Big shouts to the men, Byron, Dante, who were helping out, doing all the manly stuff. I always think that it's so amazing, and other authors as well, their significant others and partners were there, and I always just think that it's so amazing to witness just how dedicated they are to propping up their women and ensuring that they're there to assist them in any ways that they need them. I mean, AC's husband was going around, Chinzia's husband too, they had their list, they were going around the tables and buying books while their wives were selling. It was just really, really awesome to see, Black love manifested, not only in the books that we were slanging, but in real life. Like, that's goals, right? Let's see, what else? Oh, so every author, oh my gosh, to share the space with these women is an experience that is just beyond, like, I can't even, because these women are not only my colleagues, but they are people that I read and I love. So it is, it's crazy for me to be in a space, because before I jumped into the whole writing thing, I was a fan of these people. So for me to like be here and to be a peer to them, it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't hate it, because I am very, very thankful that my table did consistently stay pretty busy, but I really hate that I did not get to everybody's table and be able to get all of my things, because I needed all of my things from everybody. But my gosh, like, I got to talk to people a little bit prior to, doors opening and things like that, and so, like, just everybody, like, B Love is just so sweet, so kind, so gracious, and so damn talented. Like, she's ridiculous. Like, I can't, like, I'm still working my way through her catalog. Her backlist is just prolific. It's always good to see Mercy. She's so sweet, such a nice girl. I did not get to speak with Jay Brene, and I was a little bit sad about that, because I want to get into her books. I'm gonna actually start reading her books after I'm done with what I'm working on now. But I loved her energy during the panel discussion. As always, it is so great to see Chinzia. She and I were fangirling out at Girl Have You Met last year, so it's crazy that now we were both on in the sophomore class for Girl Have You Met. Who else? AC, I got to stand out. I got to get my things. We shared a couple chuckles. It's always good to see Danielle Allen. She's just effervescence. Like, I love her. I love her energy. I love her spirit. Bailey West, my girl. Me and Bailey got into it though, because not like into it for real, but I forgot her book. She had told me to bring her a copy of a book, and I thought I had sold it at the event, but in actuality, I just forgot to bring it entirely. So this is my mea culpa, Bailey. I'm so sorry. I charge it to here and not here. Okay. Honestly, I love Bailey. She is such a gift. Like, honestly, she is just the power that she speaks into her fellow authors is, I can't even, like, I can go on and on about her forever. Much love to Bailey West. Who else am I forgetting? Tay Tay. Oh, my Tay Tay. Love Tay. Tay is my sister from another mister. Like, that is my girl. And Tay Bailey and I actually are teaming up to do a series together, and so it has been my pleasure to get to know those ladies a bit more, and I'm super looking forward to everything that we cook up, and I hope y'all will get into it too when we get it. Who else am I missing? Phyllis. I love Phyllis Bourne. I have stand for Phyllis Bourne for quite some time, and so it is just unbelievable to me that, like, she is someone that I can call friend. And every time I see her, I'm just like, oh shit, like, you're doing this, and not only are you doing this and living your best life, but you are also doing this alongside with someone who was one of the catalysts that even got you to thinking about doing this. And the fact that she is like, oh, I've read your work. I'm like, excuse me? You have? Like, what? Huh? I can't even. Love Phyllis. I'm actually doing an event with her again next year. I'm super excited about, because it's in both of our hometown of Chicago, so I can't wait for that. Love Belvin is just, I can't. Like, I honestly cannot. Okay? Like, girl, listen. Love, you got it. Okay? That's it. That's all I can say. She cracks me up because, I never get to really like chop it up with her for real. And that's just because it gets so hectic, like, before these things happen or whatever. But she always has a kind word for me. And I really appreciate that. And I'm a fan of her work, so it's always good to just be able to have those few seconds that we do have with each other, just to, have a little something, a little exchange of energy. And, oh God, of course, Christina and Alexandra, but I will come back to them actually, because I'm saving the best for last. So the panel discussion was really cool, because I'm always very interested to know, how other people feel about things and how other people go about their processes. And so it was, fun so we got the questions in advance, and I was telling Tay, when we had brunch the day before, I was like, man, I really hope that I don't get this one question. But of course I didn't know whether or not I would get the question because they were asked at random. And of course I got the one question that I didn't want to answer. But I hope that I sounded okay and that I wasn't rambling or anything. In case y'all can't tell, one of my favorite things ever to do is talk. Because I have thoughts and opinions and feelings and emotions about every single thing, and I feel like everyone needs to know all of my thoughts and feelings all of the time. And I tried to censor myself, but y'all, if you know me, you already know that didn't work. So yeah, the panel discussion was super dope. That was a really good time. And it allowed me to learn a little bit more about some of the ladies that I didn't know prior to. So that was pretty awesome. And then the actual, like, selling part is legit my fave part. I really like meeting new people. I'm an ambivert, right? So I tell people that I'm an extrovert to an extent. But there is something really kinetic about a room full of Black women coming together to love upon each other. And so it was so good to see, like, some of the people that I talk to on the internet all the time, to meet them in real life. Some people that didn't even, like, know me prior to, or just heard of me at the event that day or saw me speak on the panel, and just stopped by the table to say, hey, you know what, thank you for saying XYZ, I appreciate it. Or, I really, dug your stance on ABC. So that was pretty dope. I actually sold out of books, which I did not expect, but I was eternally and utterly grateful for that fact. And I also got chastised for not doing a pre-order, so I I will be doing a pre-order for LA and for New York, just to ensure that people get their things and we don't have any more problems, because a couple of my fellow authors were like, sis, I wanted my things, and by the time I got to you to get them, you didn't have them. So so I think I'm going to do pre-sale going forward. So I think that's pretty much it for everything that I wanted to talk about, outside of Girl Have You Met, Team Girl Have You Met, rather. Team Girl Have You Read. So I said that I was going to try to get through this thing without shedding any tears, and I'm going to try to keep that promise to myself, but I already feel them welling up, so it's probably not gonna happen. But I just think that Girl Have You Read, the site, is so important to the Black romance culture. It's the only space that we have, right? So a lot of these other, like, there are other, of course, review blogs or promo sites or whatever, but Girl Have You Read is the only one that is solely dedicated to Negro upon Negro romance. And I think that people get offended that they stay true and they stay committed to the fact that Black love is the central focus of this website, but do realize that in media as a whole, like, our love experiences, and I'm talking about monoracial Black relationships, are not really valued, are not really shown as something to which to aspire. And of course, on a micro level, people absolutely throw their support behind it and show it. But I think, and the thing, I'm trying not to like go like super preachy or whatever, but people always talk about this diversity shit and how people need to read books from diverse authors and all of this shit. And there was a woman, I'm going off topic here, but bear with me, I'm gonna bring it back to CCJ and Alex, but there was like this whole brouhaha about like, people need to read diverse books, whatever. And there was a woman who made a tweet who said something like, oh, it's important that people read diverse books, and I especially think that interracial romance are books that essentially white people should be reading, because that way they're reading diversely, but then they also have someone in the book that they can connect with because they're the same race as them. That's me paraphrasing and probably projecting a bit, but I saw that tweet and I went, so what are we really fighting for here? And then I engaged. I asked why it was very important for people to read swirl romance, and the answer she gave me was complete and utter bullshit. And so I disengaged at that point, because I was like, what am I giving energy to this for? Why am I giving energy to this? Why am I giving burn to this when there's a space for what I write and who I write to, run by women who look like me and who want me to succeed and to want me to flourish and who want to ensure that our stories are forever being the focus. And so I am eternally grateful for the ladies of Girl Have You Read even coming up with the idea of having this website, and then to turn that website into an annual book event. It's great. It's so amazing to be in a space where you don't have to worry about being othered and feeling the love from everybody in the room, even people who don't even fucking know you. Like, it's just amazing. Alexandra is quite possibly one of the sweetest individuals that I've ever met in my life. She always has an easy smile. She's just effortlessly cool. I really dig her as a person. I am in awe of her pen as a writer. I just think that it's amazing. Like I rarely say that, you know, oh, I look up to such and so, but like honestly, if I had to put together a list of people who, without them coming, Nicole Falls would not have come. Alexandra would definitely be on that list. And I'm grateful for the friendship that she has offered. I'm grateful for, you know, her collaborative nature, just the sheer magnitude of like support and sisterhood that she and Christina both exude is just beyond. And like, I can never say enough good things about Christina. I've said it before and I'll say it again, that she is the pinnacle. She's the Beyonce of this shit. Like, honestly and truly, to me, in my opinion, she is the Beyonce of this shit. She is the blueprint. Nobody is touching her. Her pen is immaculate. Like, I can't. And then on top of that, like, she's my friend. Like, she don't gotta be my friend, you know? She don't gotta listen to me rant and rave and talk about dumb shit, but she does, and she does it with ease, right? It's not like I feel like it's a burden or anything. And so, just, God, they are everything. Christina, Alexandra, thank you, seriously, for being yourselves. And here come the tears, they're coming. And for not giving up, for not putting down the mantle, for consistently pushing our shit to the forefront. Honestly. Thank y'all. Because it's the only space. It's the only space in which I feel comfortable. And I'm grateful for that. Whew. All right. So yeah, tears happened, you know. Have I cried in every one of these videos? I'm a big old crybaby. Like, honestly, I get it from my dad. He's the worst. Big old crybaby too. But yeah, Girl Have You Met was everything. I met so many amazing people, and I met a whole bunch of people who, you know, were saying that they want to write, but they don't know where to start, or they don't know what's up, or like they don't know if anybody is interested in their stuff. And I'm like, yo, please write. Please. I want us to become virtually impossible to ignore. I want us to just roll over the publishing arena and just like take the shit over. That's all I want to do. I just want it to be a whole bunch of black ass books all the time about any sundry of subjects. So yeah, that's my spiel. This is long enough, right? It's like almost 25 minutes. I've cried, I've laughed, I've fangirled. I hope I get invited back next year. Actually, that's not even front. I'm gonna stop Christina and Alexandra until I get invited back. Because you want to come back? Yes, girl. I'm saying yes prior to there even being a Girl Have You Met 2019. Like, just call me, y'all. I'm ready. I'm ready and here and available, and super excited to seeing what comes next in Girl Have You Met / Girl Have You Read history. All right, I'm out.